The Brooklyn Center City Council isn't happy with the latest plans for the Highway 252 reconstruction project. They approved a new list of demands for MnDOT this week. Elected officials are worried about a host of issues related to potential freeway construction. Those include eminent domain land takes, air quality, and noise impacts. As a result, they're asking for a yearly payment from MnDOT to make up for any lost property taxes due to eminent domain. They're also asking to opt out of MnDOT's normal cost-sharing model. That means Brooklyn Center wouldn't contribute to construction costs. This comes as the council is increasingly dissatisfied with the way the project's moving forward.
All of it is them asking for us to weigh in on stuff that we don't have all the information about. That's sort of my whole point, is like the process, from my perspective, is flawed. And the question is, do we participate in the flawed process?
MnDOT will also have to ask cities along 252 for municipal consent before moving ahead with construction. In the aftermath of Hurricanes Helene and Milton, residents in Florida are picking up the pieces. Emily Haugen shares how a Golden Valley relief organization is sending down crews to help those in need.
Never underestimate the power of a helping hand.
Every community is prone from disasters, so it's all about being a part of being human, helping each other.
Rashawn Kotry, the executive director of Headwaters, facilitates that every day.
These are our dates for our relief trips planned right now, and the areas that we're working in.
The Golden Valley nonprofit's work started back in 2005, sending crews down when Hurricane Katrina hit Louisiana. The group follows first responders and helps people get back on their feet.
We basically tell them, hey, we are here, now where do you want us? Or we even go to the homes of the people and say, hey, do you need help? What kind of help we can do?
The group even creates children's books to help families recover from traumatic events.
For example, we have a few of those storybooks that we created. This one was right after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, and that one was for when we were working in Africa after the Ebola crisis there.
Now they're extending a helping hand from Golden Valley to Florida. Volunteers are clearing damage and connecting with residents to help restore their homes.
What we believe is that every person, every individual can contribute in one form or the other.
Back at home, Kotry says the mission is clear.
People are just coming back to their homes to find it all destroyed and all their personal belongings gone, all their life savings all gone. And we are not talking much about it.
He asks we keep talking about it.
Completely flooded.
In Golden Valley, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Kotry says neighbors can help in a number of ways. You can join crews on upcoming relief trips, help pack, or donate. We'll post those details at ccxmedia.org. The city of Osseo has a new full-time fire chief. Mike Cogswell has worked for the Osseo Fire Department since 2011 and has been interim chief for about a year. The city council named him full-time chief this week. He's the department's first full-time chief. All previous chiefs have served in a part-time or paid on-call role. His first official day as chief is November 4th. Maple Grove's newest restaurant will officially celebrate its grand opening on Friday. In business matters, we take you inside Grackle.
Anything else I can grab for you at the moment?
In the restaurant capital of Minnesota, there are no shortage of places to eat.
We have not looked at the menu, but I mean, so far I would eat everything here.
But now there's a new option after Grackle swooped into one of Maple Grove's most prominent locations.
This spot was an incredible location, and we have been vying for it for a long time. So as soon as it became available, we threw our name in the hat.
Becky Ahlstrom owns Grackle along with her husband, Justin. They acquired the space in June, got their liquor license in August, and worked feverishly for 2 months to get the space ready.
We want them to feel a little bit of peace and calm and stepping out of kind of the hustle and bustle outside, and so a little bit of an escape.
This new spot bears little resemblance to its predecessor, Wahlburgers.
The bar is in the same spot, the kitchen's in the same spot, but pretty much everything else is going to be a different feel, so we've worked pretty quick to make that all come together.
Grackle, which was named after the Grackle Days festival in Winthrop, where the owners have family ties, bills itself as a family-owned scratch kitchen and craft cocktail bar, selling upscale American cuisine.
It's going to taste the best here. You know, we're really working hard to make sure this is something that's handmade with love, you know, right here in our kitchen.
Your table.
Customers here for the soft opening say they appreciate the fact that Grackle is a locally owned restaurant rather than another chain.
Absolutely. We always seek out local restaurants. We want to be able to support the local craft beer community. We both work in the beer industry, so it's a lot of fun to come support people that work so hard.
Grackle has more than 100 people on staff, and their goal is to provide customers with an experience that'll keep them coming back for more.
You know, it's a small family that's running it, and, you know, who better to support?
This is the second restaurant for owners Becky and Justin. The couple also owns Margie's Kitchen and Cocktails in Andover. His former students at Wayzata Central Middle School in Plymouth know him as Mr. Ike. Now they know him as a best-selling author.
I was just telling someone I can't look in the camera too often or else I start crying if I'm telling a story.
We don't want that.
No, I don't want that either.
CCX News caught up with Matt Eicheldinger as he was signing books at the Plymouth Community Center. For those not familiar with his story, he spent 15 years trying to get his children's book published, Matt Sprouts and the Curse of the 10 Broken Toes. Instead of a line of adoring fans you see here, he received literally hundreds of rejection letters from publishers. But that saying, persistence pays off, well, it's true.
I believed in my ideas so much, and my students did, that I ended up making the book myself in 2021 in the hopes of getting noticed. And that's eventually what got me a book deal. And no one knew me when I had my book deal. I got a really small advance at the time. And I think for the publisher, it was just giving someone a shot that maybe they saw something in, and it turned out to be a New York Times bestseller.
Now he's out with a new book, Sticky Notes, meant for adults about life lessons he learned as a teacher. And there it is, seen on a billboard in Times Square. Matt calls the whole experience surreal. We'll be right back.
For the third straight season, the Maple Grove and Champlin Park boys soccer teams met in the Section 5-3A final. This year's meeting was a thriller. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
Champlin Park hoping to break through after losing to Maple Grove in the last two Section 5-3A boys soccer finals. Maple Grove's Ben Hallberg steps up and drills a shot that deflects off a defender and in as the Crimson grab a 1-0 lead in the first half. But Champlin Park plays well. Devin Kamvangsuk's corner kick goes off the keeper and a defender and in as the Rebels even the game up at 1-1. Still 1-1 after regulation and overtime, and it goes to a shootout. After each team makes its first four, Sam Feuerborn is stopped by Luke Steen, who replaced Xander Waldrum in goal for the Crimson for the shootout. And Frank Miller, back from a wrist injury and playing in a cast, wins it for Maple Grove as they go 5 for 5 in the shootout to take a thriller over Champlin Park.
In Class 2A boys soccer, the Totino-Grace boys reached the Section 4 final and were at home Tuesday looking to punch their ticket to state.
Eagles looking for their first trip to state in 7 years as they hosted St. Paul Como Park. First half, the Eagles' Jabari Kabisu speeds past the defenders and rips a shot into the Como Park net. Grace is on the board first, 14 minutes into the match. Drew Dollins on the free kick here for TG, and watch Vincent Jacob fly in from the left to get the header goal. Great play by the senior. The Eagles are up 2-0. They lead 3-0 at halftime. Second half, Tyler Michelson with a throw-in. The header by Jacob to Rafael Del Toro Silos, who shoots and scores. Grace in front, 4-0. Totino-Grace is headed to state with a 5-1 section final win.
We talk about outcompeting for 80-plus minutes a game, and at this point in the season, it's just become a habit for us. And so I think that's what sets us apart from other teams. Como Park, they're a great team, but we're just some dogs, and we know that we're going to come out and give it our all for 80-plus minutes.
The Maple Grove girls soccer team played host to a good Spring Lake Park team Tuesday with a spot in the state tournament on the line.
The Crimson, top seed in Section 5-3A, taking on the Panthers in the final for a second straight year. First half, Maple Grove's Jessica Lee with a shot that goes off the crossbar but comes right to Abby Oakland, who shoots and scores on the rebound. Maple Grove up 1-0 in the 31st minute. It takes Spring Lake Park exactly 15 seconds to answer. Brianna Finnegan's shot slips past Crimson goalie Bella Hanna and in. It's 1-1, and that's the score at halftime. Second half, a crossing pass from Oakland to Lee, and the sophomore turns and scores. It's her 5th goal of the section tournament. Maple Grove leads 2-1. Later, Kelsey Wentland here adds an important 3rd goal, taking the pass from Riley Lloyd on the free kick to score, and it's 3-1. Maple Grove headed to state for the 5th time since 2017. They beat Spring Lake Park 4-2.
This feels really good. Last year I had an injury but was able to come back for state, but being able to be with the team and be able to just win this with them, it feels really great to go back.
Providence Academy and Breck girls soccer met twice in the regular season, with the Mustangs winning both matches. They faced off a 3rd time in the Section 5A final. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
Breck and Providence Academy also played each other in the Section 5A final last year, with Providence Academy winning 2-0. First half, corner for the Mustangs, Akila Anderson, good hit with the left foot, but PA's Audrey Steves falls on it, no score after the first half. We'd head to a sudden death overtime, a goal wins it. Maddie Greenway almost had it here, but she's turned aside by Popesca. In double OT, Lions wanting that golden goal. Bella Schaefer, chip up ahead. Greenway splits 2 defenders, gathers, shoots, and scores. There's your game winner. The 3rd time is the charm for Providence Academy. They take down Breck 1-0.
We had the confidence the whole game, I think. So it's kind of a matter of when can we get that one, and to happen in sudden death was just unreal. I got it and I took that touch pass number 37. I was like, oh shoot. I just shot it and I don't really remember. I kind of forget all of it. I just blacked out.
In Golden Valley, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.